Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 1-hour chart. And if you're new to the updates, we can backtrack a little bit. If you've been following, you know what we're looking at right here. We're sitting on our support level. But if we backtrack a little bit, we broke out of our channel here. We had all this price action. We were tracking this lower time frame ascending triangle pattern here, okay? And we had all these fake outs here that we were prepared for. We didn't get fooled. When price action came up here, we knew that, we had to break and hold this high, or else we were going to see further downside, and that's exactly what played out. We were ready for the dump here. We dumped down to support. Then we knew that we were going to come back and backtest resistance levels and likely get denied, which happened. We dumped down to the next support level. Then we knew that we were going to likely come and backtest the resistance once more and likely get denied, and that played out again perfectly. And we dumped down and now fell back to support again, and are now kind of wavering here at our macro A wave low in the white line and the top line of our channel. And if we back it out to the 1-day chart, then we can take a quick look at that. So on that macro view, we're in our A, B, and C wave correction down. We potentially found that C wave bottom here. And what we're looking for on the macro view is for price to get back above the A wave low, hold that level as support, and that's where we could see ourselves good for a continuation in the market. Okay, guys? So if we come back here to the hourly, we are kind of doing that, right? Where we've had a macro break here, right? Where we come up, broke the A wave low, had all this price action, are now falling back to the A wave low, holding that level of support. So we could see ourselves, good for a continuation here. However, what we've been talking about is how we haven't come down here and really tested these levels as support when we absolutely just blew through them. From when we were hovering down here at 36K, we essentially had a 10K move from 36K all the way up here to near 46K in just a matter of a few days. And it all happened really quick. We were just demolishing these resistance levels, right? The yellow line at the channel, at our red line here at 40765, and blew through that A wave low. So we absolutely demolished these levels and haven't really come back and tested these levels as support before continuation. And what we've been saying is we need to come back and do that, because we could get even more overextended here, where if we come up here and start trying to tackle these levels up here at 48, 49, and 50K, we're just going to get even more overextended without having a good support or a base of support down here, a good foundation of support down here. And what that could spell is coming up here and trying to tackle these levels, and we just get sent packing with big red candles back down here. Okay, so that's something we wouldn't want to see. And that's why I just like to solidify this area as support and have a good foundation of support down here before we start trying to move up higher. So if we zoom back in here a little bit, again, we're just kind of wavering on support here. And if we look at this right here, we're kind of creating a miniature version of what I'm talking about up here, right? Where we have to come, break this high, and hold it. Where we just have this constant downtrend, right? Where we're dumping and pumping into resistance, dumping and pumping into resistance, dumping and pumping back into resistance again. Where if we want to try and create that reversal wave or that reversal pattern on a very zoomed in micro view right here to just get started, we need to see price come up here, break this high, okay? This high right here, hold that level as support, and then that's where we could see ourselves trying to come back up and tackle the next resistance level, where we need to come and tackle this high, break that one and hold it. And that's where we could see ourselves go for a continuation to tackle the next high. But again, guys, any move up here, okay, in this level right here, it means absolutely nothing until we've come and broken this high right here. So yes, we could get some move up here. You see we're already kind of dumping here, but we could get some move up here and we can trade that. But on a more macro basis, that move up means nothing until we break this level right here, hold that level as key support, okay? And that's where we can see ourselves good for a continuation. Not just this spike up where we have wicks up, and candles right here, and then that quick dump down, that we were ready for right there. We're actually loading up on shorts on that last dump right there. So that's what we're looking for, guys. And we kind of have that similar pattern here on total market cap, where if we go back and look, I've had this resistance box, or the support and resistance box marked for y'all when we were coming up here. It was going to act as resistance, and it, respected it very well. where we came up, utilized it as support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, before we finally broke out of that box, created our uptrend here, broke out of that uptrend, tested this level as resistance before falling back down through our support and resistance levels, right, where we're dumping, pumping into resistance, dumping and pumping into resistance. Similar situation here where we're now trying to break back out of this box, but you can see this, this is just a confluence area of support and resistance where we're trying to get out of here, but we're having a tough time. And it's the same exact thing, right, where we need to come up here, and to at least get started, we have to come up and break this high right here, right? We need to come up, break that high, hold that level of support. Then we could look at coming up and tackling our next level, right? Get above this resistance level, hold that level of support, and we could see ourselves good for continuation to try and create that reversal pattern or that reversal wave to try and come back up here and break this high. But again, same story. Until on total market cap, we've broken this high. Even more so here on total market cap, on a macro view, we still have a clear lower high that we've been talking about, okay? So on total market cap, we have a clear lower high in price, right? We have a high in price and a lower high in price. But on the oscillator, on the RSI, we still have that clear hidden bearish divergence here where we have the high in price and a lower high in price, but the high on the oscillator than a much high on the oscillator, okay? So we still have that clear macro downtrend here, okay, on total market cap, where we still have clear lower highs and lower lows here, okay? And until we come up and break this high on the macro view, right, shown by this little pattern here, right, we come up, break that high, hold that level of support, that's where we're going to see ourselves good for a continuation up. And until we've done that, it really means nothing, because a lot of people are getting excited here. If we pull up the Bitcoin one-day chart here, a lot of people are getting excited because Bitcoin has come up and broken that same high, but they're failing to realize that total market cap, which is even king above Bitcoin, still has that clear downtrend, that clear lower high, and that clear hidden bearish divergence on that daily chart, on that macro view, guys, okay? And again, we're just sitting right here on resistance, guys. We're just wavering here. This is a big macro support and resistance level. This is going to be a battle between bears and bulls, however you want to call it. And I think whichever way we go here is probably going to be pretty telling, at least for the near foreseeable future, where if we go back and look at that weekly candle that we've been evaluating here, this gravestone doji that's beginning to form here, this is a bearish reversal candle or an indecision candle. Some people may say it's a shooting star, a spinning top, a gravestone. Whatever the fact of the matter is that they're all bearish indecision candles, okay? And it spells either further downside or at minimum some sideways action, right? So on that macro view, we've been evaluating this candle, and if we come down here and close this candle, which is going to close here, in the next day here very soon, if we close this candle any lower than where this previous candle opened, so this candle closed right here, this one in green, closed right here, opened right here, and now we're essentially at the same exact close and open here. So anything below that is just getting worse, okay? Anything above that is helping out the bullish case here, okay, guys? And I'll kind of give it an illustration of that, where if we pull up the market cipher, on that weekly macro view here, we have printed a nice weekly buy signal, where if we pull up the EMAs as well, we have them nicely fanned out. We've fallen into these levels of support, utilizing that support, printed our green buy signal, have the VWAP coming up with green cash flow. So we're meeting some nice parameters here. But if we go back and look at previous or historic price action, where we have, these candles coming up, never once did we have, this incredibly bearish gravestone candle here. But what this could kind of turn into, if we were to get a pump up here, say we pump up, back up to, 44K or so, that would kind of turn this candle into something more like this candle. Do y'all see that? Where we could turn the current candle here into something like that, okay? And I know I kind of got a lot of drawings on here, but do y'all see that? Where this candle can now come up here and make that, that candle body larger, where it's going to start looking like this candle over here. But anything down here is just going to be worse. Okay, guys. So again, we're wavering on support here. We need to come up and break this high, and start tackling these highs right here, these resistance levels, if we want to see that reversal. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, thumb down in the comments. Thanks for watching today.